been following it for a few years, you know. Maybe I'm from the deep south. Where I'm from, we have Hosay, but not as small, as big as St. James, you know. And when we come down here, I mean, tonight, last night was the flags. I mean, tomorrow night you're going to have what we call the big Hosay, and then you have 12 o'clock the next day where everything going to take place. But I think it's something, you know, that I think we all should support because it's a national festival, you know. Like, I saw that cultural something, a very serious thing, you know. Like.
So you know all about all the history behind it? And
No,
all
the religious aspect of it, no. But what I gather from my parents is Hassan and Hussein, right? They were it's sort of a triumph for victory, right? I don't know much about the religious aspect of it, but it's just a culture, and I do like it and I follow it because it's from the roots come up.
Why do you come to Hosay observances?
Well, I've been coming to Hosay since I was a little kid. It's part of my annual cycle of national festivals. I always visit all of them.
What aspect of the festival do you look forward to?
Well, I look forward to the whole festival, starting with the drumming 10 days before the event, leading right on to the 3 nights. I bring my daughter, my children, they come along also.
Do you dig up in the religious aspect of the festival?
But I always try to find out much more about the religious aspects.
I am a resident of St. James, so Hosay is part of me too.
I love the Hosay, right? From since I was small, I love it. And I still love it right through the year.
Now, Rihanna, you know anything about the religious aspect of the Hosay?
No.
I like the drum beating. I like to see the different Hosays, and you meet people that you never see in a very long time.
Do you know much about the religious aspect of the observance?
Not much.
What you know anything about the religious aspect of the...
Everything. My whole family is involved in Hosay.
So you're totally involved, you're a Hosay man?
I am not. I'm involved right now. As you can see, I've got a drink in my hand. Lime is good. My friends are around. I like to beat every drum, and I'm here to enjoy it. Hosay could never be what it used to be for the simple reason. You have a look at the people involved in Hosay now. You have a look at the people that beat in the drums. You have a look at everything. Hosay was a religious thing. Was. Like everything else, it was religious. It no longer is.
Even though Hosay has been in the public eye for the past 4 days, preparations actually started about 11 days ago. We spoke to Mr. Mohammed Imamali about preparations.
Well, the preparation that takes place before the actual days of the celebration on the streets to the public is that on the day of Eid ul-Adha, or Bakr Eid as the people in Trinidad would commonly call it, after we leave our masjids on that day, those of us who are connected directly to the Tazia, the Hosay in Trinidad as you know it, come to our respective homes, and on that day, that is the day that we actually start to build the Tazia on that day. Now, the Tazia is being built in a separate tent or house by itself, which is called or known as the Mambara. In this Mambara, all materials that is being used for the building of the Tazia, the roseau, bamboo, paper, tinsel foils and whatnot and so on, is kept in this particular room or Mambara where the Tazia is being built. Well, actually it's a family concern, and this was a tradition that is handed down from one to the next. My father built it, and then he turned it over to me, and then I turned it over to another one, and this is the way it goes. The spiritual preparation starts really from the sighting of the new moon for the month, the Islamic month of Muharram, which we are in at presently. This new moon was sighted on Sunday evening, and immediately upon sighting that new moon, we, the people directly connected with the building of the Tazia, starts living an entirely different type of life. We go into what is called total abstinence. Total. We abstain from almost everything that we are normally being accustomed to in our daily lives. We eat very little, and whatever we eat, it must be a little bit of boiled food, or maybe some fruits and vegetables and so. Nothing with grease, no meats, no anything of the kind. Those helping to build the Tazia in itself are being encouraged to live and to stay inside of the house or the tent that the Tazia is being constructed for 10 days. For 10 days from the sighting of the new moon. Now this is done for 10 days. And for 10 nights we have prayers, as you have just seen. And this really signifies the 10 days and the 10 nights that the grandson of the Holy Prophet, Hazrat Imam Hussein, and his small band of followers, numbering 63 men, women, and children, were pinned down on the plains of Karbala. Now, the 10 days is very important because this actually comes and stems back to the Battle of Karbala. And the Battle of Karbala took 10 days. Now, the last 3 nights, the 8th, the 9th, and the 10th night. On the 8th night, this is which we call flag night. And these flags are the standard bearers representing the standards of Hazrat Imam Hussein, the grandson of the Holy Prophet, that his followers were marching with him. Right? His followers were marching with the flags, going to another city to see the Azid, who was a tyrant. And they were going there to talk with him and to try to reason with him, to bring righteousness into the city and of the people that he was dominating.
So the 8th night is the flag night?
The 9th night is the little Hosay night, which represents the small brother, Hazrat Imam Hassan. Because these were 2 brothers, 2 grandsons of the Holy Prophet. So the small Hosay night, which is the 9th night, represents the small brother. And on the 10th night, which is the night of Ashura, the big Tazia, this is the most important night. This represents the elder brother, Hazrat Imam Hussein Hassan. This is the one, he was shaheed, or his head was severed from his body on the 10th day of Muharram, there in Karbala, in the Battle of Karbala. He was prostrating in prayer when his head was cut off. The significance of the drums that you hear at the Tazia time, at the Hosay time, really is war drums, because this was a battle. It was the Battle of Karbala. It was war. One side, an evil side, against the side that believed in good. We have 2 moons here in St. James. One is the red moon, the other one is the green moon. The red moon representing one brother who was shaheed, who was martyred, his head was cut off. The green moon representing the other brother who was killed by poisoning. Now on the 10th night of Muharram, Ashura night, this is the night that the 2 moons will come out. And wherever they meet for the first time on that night, they have to kiss each other. The 2 moons must touch each other to show, this signify love between 2 brothers meeting each other under trying circumstances. But they show their love to each other by touching each other. Also, the moon will have to touch or kiss each Tazia on that night at whichever point that they meet for the first time on that night. Those who are responsible for making the moon and for dancing the moon also have to live for these 10 days, just as we are doing here in building the Tazia, to these restrictions, the abstinence restrictions. And they are being encouraged to stay where they are making the moon and where they are building the moon for these 10 days and these 10 nights, and to try to live a very clean life, there is really no hard and fast rule as to whether you should be an Indian or you should be a Negro or you should be a white man, as the case might be, to dance the moon. Anyone can qualify to dance the moon once you are prepared to live the life to suit it. On the day, the procession here in Trinidad, on the 11th day, that is, this is a route that was prescribed here in Trinidad for the indentured immigrants when they first started building the Hosay in this area. When this started over 100 years ago in these areas, in the Serpentine areas and so on, were all cane fields. So it was not built up as we know it now, how it used to be. And a special piece of ground where the Queen's Royal College is now, a special piece of ground there, was given to the indentured immigrants, the Indian indentured immigrants, as to have their religious ceremony there. And this ceremony, this religious ceremony, takes place at 3:30 on the 11th day. But this ceremony is not for the Tazias. This is only for the 2 moons. Now, when we come back here to our yard on the 11th day after the procession on the designated route, it will remain here on the chowk for the 12th day, that is. And on the 13th day, which will be Saturday, the 28th, this is the day when we will have to destroy it. We'll have to cut it up into pieces and whatnot, because now we don't really have the permission to draw it on the streets on that day to take it to the sea. So we have to destroy it in the yard here, and we'll put it on a truck and convey it to the sea and throw it to the nearest part of the sea that we can find.
Could you tell us something more about the significance of the destruction of the Tazia?
Well, you see, it must be destroyed because it is now considered as a dead. It is a dead, and the dead must be buried. You see, you cannot fully well keep a dead now. And in India, as far as we know, in certain parts of India, it is being buried. A deep hole is dug in the ground, and it is being buried. Here in Trinidad, the custom is that we take it to the sea, and we throw it in the sea, into running water.